All right. Greetings, 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 greetings. Full moon, no, excuse me, new moon tonight, man. So basically, new moon tonight. So we finna go and get right off into this, man, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of, there's a lot of ties that I believe need to be connected this evening. Uh, there's a lot of topics. There's a lot of topics on deck that need to be discussed in a way for those who know, you know. But let's proceed. In the name of Yahweh, in the name of the Daughter, Yahshua Messiah, direction of the Holy Spirit. All right, all praises to the Most High. So, this evening, kind of coming back off of a real good webinar. You know, I've been taking care of a lot of things I need to take care of. There's a particular content coach I've been chiming in on, helping me kind of fine tune everything, get everything and getting everything in more of alignment to be able to reach a larger broadband width of audience. But this particular video, I need to specify Group 7. Group 7. Everybody is chiming in on Group 7 like it's a trend. Group 7 is a label, okay? And it's a label just basically, for the most part, it's a hashtag for warning and target. I'm not going to go too far off into detail, but I will say this. Group 7, if you're really part of that particular class or group, you need to know some things. You have a purpose, and you have a purpose here, and your purpose is to help humanity. Now, you probably figured that, but it's the way that you help humanity that you might not be ready for. If you are a part of Group 7, in which they've given a name to, names, labels, that's irrelevant. If you're part of Group 7, you're a disruptor. You're a major fucking disruptor. You're a disruptor that is the equivalent of how they keep watch on nuclear warheads. Now, those who would pay attention and keep track of us know that there are certain things that you are completely unaware of, and they don't want you to ever learn. But a lot of the things that entail who you are and what you're here to do, you haven't been given the exact downloads yet because of the delays that it would cause in the program. Yes, I don't mean in the program, meaning that things that need to change, things that have to shift, those things that must be done away with. If you knew ahead of you what you were supposed to be doing, then your assignments will be compromised. And they will be compromised by what the Matrix actually gives those who are operating in Group 7 on this particular platform. So for those who are just thinking that it's a trend, you might want to rethink it, because Group 7 is a group of disruptors. Disruptors how? Disruptors to the current establishment of what is considered as reality and truth. Okay? With disruptors. And with the potential of the very thing that is feared. But in the instance that this particular group takes on those type of traits, they will become instruments of judgment in the hands of the Most High. So meaning that they won't be operating on their limited bandwidth that kind of keeps them ingrained into the matrix. Meaning that there would be a molecular override to where those who are in Group 7 would be moving and doing things that they're supposed to be doing, being aware of it, but not knowing how they're doing what they're doing, if that makes sense. But this is one thing I will issue at this time for those who believe that they are part of Group 7, because a lot of those who are part of Group 7 are not just outcasts. A lot of them are into the spiritual community very heavily, or in whatever aspect particularly suits them, because we are not those distortions of the fair-skinned angels that come down to bring light and love. No, I told you before about the story of Jonah in the city of Nineveh, and how he tried to run from his obligation to prophesy to the people, because Nineveh had been judged, it had been set for destruction, and he was the only one that could warn them to avert their destruction. Okay. Group 7 has a close similarity to this. Group 7 has a close similarity to the angels that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Group 7 has a close relationship to catastrophic events. Events that typically we don't want to see, but we know must take place. We understand not that some of these things are wrong, because in the eyes of the Most High, none of it is wrong. Everything is an ends to a means. Some things have to happen for other things to change and come about. These are some of the hard truths that those who are operating in that dynamic know not to get caught up into the one-sidedness of this is wrong, this is right, because that's a thinking trap. Okay? When these angels are sent out that you have read about in the Bible to do the work of the Most High, they did not have a conscience in the execution of their duties. Now, they were stern, they were pinpoint, and they were very accurate as to what they were supposed to be doing and achieving. This is what you must know about Group 7. Group 7 is here to help until there's no way to help anybody. That is the whole gist. And if you really are operating on Group 7 frequency, then the things that I will pulsate, you will know. You don't speak, you act. And then once you get the idea and you act and it works, you've heard the message. Shalom.